Hi, welcome. This is our daily reading for September 28th, 2016. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, energies, messages resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, and praying about. We are all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing, so see what feels right for you. It could be one sign that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions that are based in love for the highest and greatest good of everybody involved in the situation and so on. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. In the end, is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave, preparing for the wave, crashing into the wave, riding the wave, or ignoring the wave? It's always your choice in the end. Also, feel free to make this an interactive video with me if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And be sure to check out the artistic and musical links I always provide below my videos. I find there's always more connections with signs and symbols for this reading that I find below. So if you have time, also show your support and love to the artists below. All right, so let's begin with the Art of Life Tarot. And let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for Wednesday, September 28th, 2016. One card for the highest, greatest good of all, for some clarity and understanding into the energies of the day and how to ride these energies best. Queen of Swords. So clarity, focus, getting rid of the stuff that doesn't belong there anymore, making things clear, allowing things to happen. The Queen of Swords, she can be a little bit cold sometimes, but she usually has an extremely warm heart underneath. She just sometimes comes across as cold because she's been hurt or she's seen others hurt and she doesn't want to hurt anymore. She doesn't want to see others in pain anymore. So she's a warrior, you know, she sticks up for the innocent and she sees through the guilty like that. So let's see, it could be a prominent air sign in our day, in our chart, around you, or it's just the energy of the day. It's the focus of the energy. It's this clarity on knowing what you should keep, knowing what you need to get rid of, knowing what you need to do about it. She's witty, she's smart, she's direct, she's right to the point. And I feel like even though she's direct, she has that like almost like a raw sense of humor. Like she would be the awesome woman comedian on stage, you know, just sort of like nails it right in the head. You don't expect to hear what she says, but she says what everyone else is thinking out loud. Sometimes she can be really quiet and all that goes on in her head as she processes stuff. But I feel like for the most part, this Queen of Swords is pretty quick to speak, to get things done, to get right to the point. You know, she doesn't want to waste any time. So it could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy in our day, or just general advice since it's a general reading. So the Queen of Swords, the quote here is Lao Tzu, and it's be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are when you realize there's nothing lacking. The whole world belongs to you. You are already perfect, exactly as you are. Circumstances are somehow perfect exactly as they are because you're right where you need to be to learn what you need to learn. you know, to gain clarity in your situation, to move above and beyond that situation. If you never had those awkward situations or those trials and tribulations, you wouldn't really appreciate the value in what you actually have. So it's not really changing what we have, it's just changing how we see it, changing our perception in it, so that we see what we have as valuable. We see it with gratitude. And I hear grace and gratitude. So this is Allegory of Good Government. Detail. It makes me think of Libra. By Ambrosio Lorenzetti, 1338 to 40. Palazzo Publicio, Siena, Italy. She looks like she has a wreath of glory. And yet she's calm and thinking and contemplating and dreaming. I feel like, what is she holding? And yet she looks like she's holding, it looks a little like a whip. It totally looks like a whip. So she's calmly contemplating maybe giving a spanking later. I don't know what that is in her hand, but it's long. Maybe it's like a stick, because she's going to go horse riding later. But either way, there's something there. Perhaps in this card, it's not a sword, it's a whip. But, you know, she wouldn't be afraid to use it. That's all I have to say about the Queen of Swords. She would be probably the best to use that whip. But she's not going to use it when it's not needed. She's not going to mess around with her whip. She's just going to let you see that it's there, kind of thing. And, you know, just sort of hint that that's a possibility. All right, I got a little sidetracked with that whip. Maybe there's like horses involved. You know, like I think of a bridle. So let's move on from the Queen of Swords, and I'm going to go to the Life Purpose Oracle cards and pull another card for the day. More clarity on the Queen of Swords. Being content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are when you realize there is nothing lacking. The whole world belongs to you. I feel like the world is your oyster. The world is in your hands. All right, let's get another card. Freedom. You're free to do what you choose. What is it that would make you feel free? What is it that you would choose today that makes you feel like you could fly? Is that something you can choose to do? Is it something you've been sitting on? Is there somewhere in your life you can move something around to create a little more space so you feel a little bit more free, so you feel like you're taking things back in control yourself, and you're understanding the bigger picture of something better. You're understanding those trials and tribulations and what you went through and how they made you a badass. They made you strong. They made you skilled. They made you witty. They made you quick. Don't let it make you too cold. It's a general reading, so male or female, you know, don't let the past hurts or past things that we've gone through build up such a wall around us that we don't have another experience. The Queen of Swords reminds us to use that quick wit, that sharp, keen sense of understanding something, of perceiving something, of communicating something, that ability to detach yourself from something and use that as the strength so that you don't get caught up in what made you attached to negative things before, what made you get caught up and stuck in the bumps in the road and the trials and the tribulations, rather than growing and moving from them, springboarding out of them. When the Queen of Swords comes in, she helps others see those little signs that are getting in the way, the stones that are in their path before they get there, and she sort of makes others aware of them, like, be careful, there's a hole in the road up there. And you can listen to her, or you could not. You could be like, oh no, I know about that hole. And then you totally didn't listen to her and you hit the hole in the road, you know? Or this is you having that like slight, like 10-second, like, I want to say that like that 10-second, like feeling when something could happen. Like she can sense something that's going to happen before it happens pretty quick. So she's on high alert first. So I feel like this freedom comes with breaking down some walls, you know, exposing yourself a little bit, having some vulnerability, and trusting yourself that you're not going to get hurt again because you've become strong. You've learned from these past mistakes. That's helping you have your freedom so you don't get caught up again. So you're highly observant of these situations before you get too involved in them again. So I hope that made sense. I feel like she's just able to see the problems before there are problems, so you don't have to get into them. You don't have to be immersed in the problems anymore, because you can now recognize them and be clear. Change your focus and see what you went through as something beautiful to move you forward to something bigger, so you can have some freedom. So you know where to lighten your load, what to cut out, what is definitely not worth your time anymore, and what is valuable to you. All right, I'm going to go to the Romance Angels Oracle. And let's get another card for Romance, Matters of the Heart, Communication for September 28th. True love. I feel like these two go hand in hand. Maybe that's what you're becoming clear on, what it means to you, you know, how far you've come to find what this is to you. You know, it's all learning. You don't understand what it is right away. This is the romance of a lifetime. I feel like there's a lot of energy here. There's a lot of chemistry here. There's equality here. Equal strength here. Equal freedom here. You know, I feel like he's the warrior, or like the gladiator, and she's a princess or queen. And yet they're somehow equal. They somehow have equal power and strength, even though it's different. It's a masculine and a feminine power. I feel like she has to be pretty strong in her masculine power to handle this gladiator, and he has to be pretty sensitive. He has to have something a little bit different, a little special, you know, to be in tune with this queen. But I feel like this is a balance in your masculine and feminine energy inside of you first. It's a general reading. And then when you find that equal balance of wanting to do and wanting to have passion and allowing something to happen and be and unfold, bringing that power back to you is bringing this in. It's changing your focus maybe around to this. I feel like I feel like these two go hand in hand. True love is free. There's no chains. There's nothing binding you. There's no manipulation. There's no control. There's no power struggles. There's no one party overpowering somebody else. I feel like both parties are free to choose and feel, and maybe let some walls. I feel like there's like some walls being torn down here to open this up a little bit. So I'm going to go to the Lima Tarot, and let's get another card for September 28th on true love, freedom, and the Queen of Swords, the romance of a lifetime. Maybe you're already in the romance of a lifetime. Or maybe this is what we all really want. This is the happy family card. This is the 10 of Cups. This is definitely true unconditional love. Unconditional is the key word here, which is free. There's no attachment. You know, it's complete freedom for it to change, adapt, grow, compromise, merge together and create. It's all about creation. It's all about experience. It's all about abundance in the now, in the Ten of Cups. It's an ending and a beginning. It's realizing that you're always in the now. You know, your storybook is always open to the page that you're on, this moment. You can think ahead and think about the future, and you can always go back to the memories, but you're still always on today's page. So the Ten of Cups reminds you to experience the day, no matter what kind of day it is. The Ten of Cups is a real family. Sometimes there's good days, sometimes there's weird days, sometimes there's stressful days, and sometimes it sucks. You know, sometimes the people around you get the brunt of everything because they see the best and the worst of you. And, you know, it's that unconditional love, but you can be yourself in this family here. So maybe this is freedom to be yourself, freedom to experience your family as you feel it should be for you. Maybe this is somebody else that has, you know, energies that match yours, dreams that match yours. Maybe that's going to be discovered along the way as each page unfolds. Maybe it'll change and it'll grow. You'll adapt. You know, something comes into the picture and the next day, it's going to change how you see something. It's going to change your experience. It's like that storybook happy ending that you get to have every day. You know, no matter what it is that you're feeling. They're all real emotions and they're all about living. So this is reminding you that you have everything around you right now to live. I'm going to go to the Archangel Tarot and let's get a, this is really beautiful reading. I feel like there's just, it starts with you becoming clear and allowing things to be. The Queen of Swords, there's an allowance. She just accepts things for as they are. She doesn't have to push a situation. She sees it for what it is and she deals with it accordingly. He deals with it accordingly. And it looks like love is what, you know, is going on in the mind. I mean, they're all love cards here. True love, the Ten of Cups, and freedom. So maybe it starts with having an experience today, changing the way you see what you have today, what you can do about today, what you can do to free yourself up a little today and bring a little love back in, a little more experience back in your day. Whether you are already married 50 years, you have kids that have grown up and gone away, or you have little babies in your household and you're just starting your family now, or you're just meeting somebody this week that for some reason, even though it would make you totally weirded out to ever mention the old marriage and or kids, you know, subject so soon in your head, you're still thinking about that happy family with whoever this person is because you feel free with them and they're making you dream of what it would be like to be with somebody that you could move with every day and be free with at the same time. All right, let's pull one more card. Vincenzo. One more card for the day. And that's the Emperor. So maybe he goes along with this Queen of Cups. It starts with clarity, allowing, and cutting out stuff that you don't want to allow. You know, making changes in how you see what you have and how you perceive the things that you've gone through. And then the Emperor is taking charge of this situation. It's ultimate stability. It's the ultimate security in having this kingdom work every day to function in everyday reality. The Emperor is a really, really strong card. It makes me think of the sun, especially in this card. I just see gold. I see value. I see gold, like a golden halo, golden energy, how all that energy moves from where it begins inside of you here And when it moves out, that golden energy doesn't lose a thing. It just becomes brighter and bigger and more magnificent as it moves outward. Stability and efficiency. Taking charge of a situation and ambitious plans. Archangel Uriel. I see stability. I feel like you could fly, but you want to be secure with something first. So maybe it starts by taking charge of a situation, opening up your heart. Maybe this situation has to do with opening up your heart. Finding some freedom in how you love. You know, why you're in love, maybe. Maybe reconnecting why you're in love. Feeling that freedom again, feeling that true love again, finding how love is a source of stability in your life. Maybe how when you come home and you feel like you're supported and you have some good, solid, loving and unconditional, like something unconditional, allowing you to just grow, be yourself, to mess up, get up again, you know, have good days, have bad days, experience a real life here. You know, I feel like maybe the stability starts a little bit with opening up your heart, taking a chance, and deciding to live on today's page right now. So take charge of a situation. What do you need to take charge of today? What do you feel inside of you need to do? You've been putting it off, and just doing this will help you. Does it have to do with love? Does it have to do with your job? Does it have to do with time? Do you need to make more freedom so you can balance one of those things better in your life? Do you have to make time for somebody else? Is it for yourself? For your relationships? For your family? I feel like it's bringing yourself back into power. You know, back into your own support system, so that this power and support system, this unconditional love that starts in yourself, ends up just magnifying out into your world, into your family, into your home, into your job, into your everyday experience every time you wake up. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful for the day. I'll see you soon. I love you. Bye.